Hello everyone, welcome to the Academic Spider YouTube channel. Today we're going to be explaining why Peter Parker is a man-child. So let's get into it. So in the mid-2000s there was a big event called Civil War. And of course with Civil War there always has to be the tie-ins, Fantastic Four, and of course the topic of this video, Spider-Man. So in this event, there's a giant thing so if you want to get the whole insight on what happened, watch Alex Lennon's video about Speedball and his Civil War video. I'm not saying, I don't have anything to say. I'm just trying to explain One More Day and then Brand New Day, which is the dumbest title ever. So of course, when there is tie-ins to big events, there has to be some things that happen in those comics, like maybe an important character dies, or something big and monumental happens to the character that is in the book. Hey, new recording session. I accidentally stopped recording. So of course in these big events there has to be a consequence for the main character. So let's say they see something that leaves a giant impact on the story, even though that's gonna connect to a bigger story. Because Spider-Man was in that dang story called Secret Empire, and I don't think he contributed anything besides Nick Spencer getting the Spider-Man license. But here's the ultimate thing. This time, instead of having a good part of the event being devoted to Spider-Man, it's devoted to his identity being revealed to the whole entire world. So of course, when that has happened, every single one of his villains go after this poor man and then decide to pull up to his crib and shoot his aunt, just for the sake of Joe Quesada. Watch my video about him. And to get J. Michael Straczynski out of the room. It's like they just said, sorry J. Michael, your time is over. Bye. Time for Dan Slott and Joe Kelly's run. So obviously you're like, what happened to Aunt May? She was shot dead in the chest, mortally wounded. And then here's where the main title of this video comes into play. So of Spider-Man, who has had Aunt May with him his whole entire life, he doesn't want to move on without her. So he makes a deal with the devil. So instead of being a actual adult and moving on, he decides to be a man-child and not move on by making a deal with the devil to basically get a divorce with Mary Jane. But in that sense, he's doing it so he can get like 7 more days with Aunt May. So basically, like, her expiration date is in 1948 and the year is 1957. But he decides to make a deal with the devil, expanding that thing to like 2002. So currently in the mainline comics, I don't know when the last time Aunt May appeared, but I'll just put a picture of her up here somewhere. So Aunt May is shot dead. If I were Peter here, I'd be sad. I wouldn't want to move on without her. But that wouldn't stop me from letting my marriage be like ruined because I want my aunt to get like 7 years on her expiration date. I love all of my people in my family. I'm gonna be sad when they all pass. But I'm not Spider-Man where I sell my marriage to get a couple of more years with my family. And I think Brand New Day is 2007, and the year is 2023. When you think about that, we have like 15, maybe even nearly 20 years of Aunt May being back. So I think if she's ever gonna bite the dust, it's gonna be in something that I make, and I'll definitely make her bite the dust in a faster way. Like if I ever made a new run of The Amazing Spider-Man, she'd die in the first issue. Bam! No dealing with the devil this time. And I'm really excited for the new Jonathan Hickman run for Spider-Man, because in that run he's actually married and an adult, where he doesn't sell his marriage so he can get somebody else more. Oh, I slobbered on my microphone. So basically, what I'm thinking is that after Aunt May got shot and he made a deal with the devil, what was Spider-Man's mindset when he did that? Was he like, oh, this is good, I'm selling away my future daughter, my marriage, literally his everything. He does everything to protect Mary Jane. Like, Mary Jane in the comics is way better than her in the movies. So, like, she's the nicest person in the comics. So why sell her to the Crypton Devil, basically? Saying, oh, you say wife? No, you mean non-existent. Yeah, so Mayday Parker doesn't exist. So I'd say, in my head canon, Aunt May is shot, and she's dead, and she never appears again. And then I can say that the Spider-Gwen comics, or Miles Morales is bitten, I can take the Ultimate comics as my route. Like, who knows, I can make my own series after the one that I'm gonna make for, Aunt May dies, where it could be like, he grows up, he has a kid, Miles trains the new Mayday Parker, and then Mayday Parker becomes the new Spider person, and Miles Morales goes on to have his own kid, and basically, then Marvel editorial will get mad at me and then kill me. FBI, don't come for me. I've done nothing wrong. The circumference of the universe is not big enough for me to kill you. I didn't know that this video was already like 7 minutes in, but I realized that I still have to edit this, and then I still have to put the images in. When I'm not even to the Brand New Day starter series, I'm not going to be covering all of the issues. I'm only going to be covering the first two, the Free Comic Book Day 1 and the Amazing Spider-Man number 546. So I haven't read them because I've only seen the small sample that I got on Google Books. So of course I didn't read it because crap you, Dan Slott and Joe Kelly. But obviously the art is really laughable in this series. So I could have made the thumbnail of this video the moment where Spider-Man says, oh, no wheat cakes? Of course no wheat cakes, mother trucker. You're a grown adult with your aunt living in her basement. So, sorry for that tangent. If I'm trying to be a serious Spider-Man creator, I gotta be more serious. So, this issue introduces the drug addict Jackpot, not Mary Jane. That would be a little too hit and miss it. You're probably wondering, why did you say drug addict? Because I've heard that she actually injected some drug into herself. So I think she also injected pills. Who knows? I'm just gonna call her Jackpot the drug addict. So she did that. Obviously, she's gonna probably get her own video in the future after her new comic comes out with Mary Jane as Jackpot. So she appears, and then I think Spider-Man dodges being hit by a car, and that's the only good moment in this comic. because this comic can't get anything right. So the next issue is obviously 546, and this issue is absolute dog crap. So obviously, what are you thinking about it? You're like, oh, it's obviously gonna be a really good thing because it's a new Spider-Man series. If they wanted to do something new, they could have just rebranded it to Spider-Man number 1 instead of keeping it on the legacy number that was 546. They literally had a perfect number. They could have kept it at 545, the final issue of this Spider-Man run, and then make a new Spider-Man series called like Spider-Man or something, the web-slinging Spider-Man or something, and they didn't even have but instead they just kept going on with this gosh darn series that I don't think anyone really likes anymore because of Zeb Wells ruining it, and everything else in this old brand new day run is absolute dog crap, except for the 2 issues that Shocker and Spider-Man helped save people in the subway. Those are the only good issues in this whole entire brand new day thing. They don't even have to do anything with the brand new day branding. They're literally just a part of the series. They're not there to contribute anything, but they're still the best issue. They're like that issue in the 90s where Peter and Ben were talking about how they're calling each other brother and stuff, but now brand new day just ruins everything and says, oh, we're making a legacy number 546 when it could have been just 545, final issue of ASM, and then did web slinging Spider-Man for like a couple of years. They could have done that for the next 18, 17 years, up to present day. So it wasn't even that hard, but they still didn't even try hard enough for them to even do anything contributing to... I guarantee Stan Lee didn't like this if it wasn't obvious. He didn't want Spider-Man being divorced with his wife, but the art in this issue is horrendous. Obviously, it looks so realistic, but I don't like realistic. Obviously, I can't say this one moment, but there's a moment at the end, at the beginning of the next issue that I'm not covering, where it is the grossest panel. I'm not going to show it. Just look it up for yourself, or find the issue, go to your local comic shop and look for Spider-Man 547. If you want to see this garbage moment. It is literally Peter Parker doing mouth-to-mouth CPR on J. Jonah Jameson, and it's just disgusting. I don't want to show it, so just look it up for yourself. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good day. Peace. Just wanted to say, support all of these Spider-Man issues. Support the Get Spider-Man One More Day, brand new day. Get all the issues you can, including the free comic book day and the 545. I love every single Spider-Man writer. Bye.